Thanks for checking out the BoshNRoll channel. If you want to see me play your deck, hang out with me in the amazing BoshNRoll community in Discord, access to my lists and sideboard guides before tournaments, book an individual coaching session, or just generally want to support what's going on here, check out the Patreon and YouTube membership options. For the finest Magic the Gathering apparel on the market, use code BoshNRoll for 10% off your order at coalesceapparel.shop. Moxfield.com is the easiest way to build a Magic deck online. If you want to play what I'm playing, use my affiliate link to support the channel while you shop for cards at tcgplayer.com and play any deck anytime on Magic Online with a cardhoarder.com loan account. Thanks for being here. Let's go play some Magic. Welcome back to the BoshNRoll channel. Today, at the request of subscriber Mr. Toots, I am revisiting Orzhov Scam. This is a deck that he sent to me about a month ago, and the version he sent the first time had a lot of cute stuff going on. It was really trying to lean into flickering for value. It had like Wall of Omens in it. It had Liliana of the Veil. It was trying to do kind of a split control death and taxes, but also scam Orzhov Stoneblade thing. And at the end of the video, I kind of made my requests, my recommendations to improve the deck, as I do, which is what I do on this channel. That's why people send me stuff. And Mr. Toots took a lot of those requests, went and played some games, and then came back with this updated list. As you can see, there are no Wall of Omens, there's no Lilianas. We are just attacking with creatures now. Esper Sentinel is a 4 of, Dauthi Voidwalker is a 4 of in the main deck. Tidehollow Scholar here. And moved the flicker things around. Only one Undying Evil now. We were a little heavy on that one. I also forgot while I was playing that if you Undying Evil a creature once, and it comes back with a +1 counter, you can't Undying Evil it again because it has a +1 counter on. But only having one and no other ways to add +1 counters to things in the deck, I think that's a good number. Ephemerate is the best of them. So we're maxed out on that one. And this is just a Grief Solitude, cheap spells flying over the top of Stoneforge Mystic while you get Cauldron Complete and just beat people to death. Classic Dead Guy Ale with a little bit of modern scam put on top of it, because those are what the card pool lets us do. Sideboard is much cleaner now, just cleaner removal spells, Fatal Push, Prismatic Ending, not messing around. 4 of Chalice of the Void for the Cascade decks, and probably bring them in against Burn too, just get out of here. Batterskull when we're more on defense than we are on offense. Balancing Batterskull and Kaldra is one of the most challenging things for building Stoneforge Mystic decks these days. And this one, I think it's correct to have Kaldra in the main deck. And that's what we're doing here. Seems like a short deck tech, but there's not a lot to say. I've played this deck recently on the channel, and we're just going to disrupt and push for damage until somebody dies. This is Black-White Orzhov Scam. Let's do it. I'm on the play in game number 1, round number 1. I have the immediate Grief Ephemerate business. I could also Thoughtseize and just take it slow, but definitely keeping this hand. Decide what I want to do with it based on if they mulligan or reveal a companion. I'm probably just griefing out. And I'm probably just going to fetch, or I guess deciding what I pitch matters. Basically right now I'm just deciding how I'm going to fetch my lands. Do I want to give myself a chance to play turn 2 Dauthi Voidwalker by playing the Marsh Flats and just getting a black source? Am I pitching Voidwalker? I'm probably pitching Thoughtseize, and then following up with Scholar, and then Voidwalker down the road. Okay, I'll just do it off basic and see what we're up against. I'm going to pitch the Thoughtseize. Okay, let's get a peek at the hand first. Ooh, Amulet, Dryad, Explorer. I'm going to take the Amulet, and I'm going to Ephemerate and take the other 2 cards. Take the Explorer, and then when Ephemerate resolves in my upkeep, I'll take the Dryad. Okay, that was certainly a card you could draw. The Growth Chamber's in. Ephemerate rebounds in my upkeep. The Dryad, which is a little awkward because now my discard spells are irrelevant. But Esper Sentinel's a D-straw. And now it's time to push for damage. Opponent has 3 forests in their hand. Boreal Grazer. They have 1 forest in their hand. Multiple blocks diamonds in play. I don't think I'm going to fetch. I want to leave black sources in my deck. Didn't matter. He's going to attack with Grief. Attacking with Esper Sentinel doesn't really do anything. And another Sentinel. There's Valakut. Okay. I need a way to apply more damage here. I need a Stoneforge Mystic or something. Oh no. I'll attack with all my creatures. Because now, if they want to start absorbing damage from Grief, they have to double block it. So attacking with Sentinel pushes Grief through. And I'm just going to play Scholar now and get another attacker in. Godless Shrine. And just a dirty little Scholar. Let me look at that forest in your hand. Can't take it. And send the turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They could just draw a Primeval Titan and kill me. Sucks. Summoner's Pact. Okay. They can't pay for my packs if they want to primetime this turn. And I found Solitude. Can I get a white card? And Ephemerate. Jeez. Okay. Alright, primetime's in. They don't have the Amulet or the Dryad. That's at least good for me. They have Growth Chamber that can pick up Teleria West. If I draw another white card, I can Ephemerate. Alright, well, I can play Voidwalker. And I can cast the Solitude. Take out the primetime. Giving them 6 life kind of sucks, but whatever. Where we are. And in we go. They're going to have to pay for a pact this turn. They're holding Teleria West, which can become another pact. Here's the Transmute. Got a pact. They can't do that now. Well, they could. They just probably shouldn't. Come on, discard spell. Godless Shrine. I can draw for Silent Clearing, see if I hit a discard spell, and then just still cast my card. I'm going to do that. Their Godless Shrine. Attack with all my creatures. They might pact for Dryad, and then start Valakuting me. Bummer. Okay, here we are. I have scammed, and they've stabilized, and now we're just whipping shit at each other until someone dies. Their hand is 2 lands with the pact. Okay, they played Boseiju pre-pact, which is probably good for me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They're just not paying for shit. Fair enough. Did get Dryad, and they've already made a land drop. That's good. That's 1 Valakut trigger they don't get here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If their last card in hand is just randomly primetime, oh my god, it is. Alright, yep, that's a way to do it. That's why they made their land drop. It's also why they didn't pay for any of my Esper Sentinels. They still have a land drop off Dryad, so they get 2 Valakut triggers, and then they get to play a land and get 2 more. Just clearing out the house here. Oh, they only get 1, right? Yep. There's only 1 Valakut here. Got the Grief. And a bunch of Prismatic Endings that don't have the 3rd color. There is 1 Cryome in the deck for that. But they're over the hump now. We're just dead. Yeah, just the basic plane's huge punish. If that Dauthi Voidwalker was in play a turn or 2 earlier, that's a lot of damage coming in. Necromentia's coming in. Take out the prime times. I like Fatal Push. Fracture, destroy target artifact, enchantment, or planeswalker. I can destroy Urza's Saga with that. I don't think that's where I want to be, though. Sword of Fire, nice, doesn't matter. Hearth and Home is fine. Lion Sash doesn't matter. Esper Sentinel drew 4 cards that game. That was really good. Didn't matter, but it was really good. Or it did matter because it found me the Solitude plus white card for the first prime time. Oh, I'm bringing in better removal. I could cut the Prismatic Endings. Those answer Amulet, but that's not really the angle I want to play this game on. Okay, I'll do it like this. That Primeval Titan was a good draw, gotta say. Again, mono white with black disruption. I gotta mulligan this. They're gonna be faster. There we go. I'll keep this one. And I'm gonna send Godless Shrine to the bottom. I think I just want to Thoughtseize them. Start with a peek at what's going on over there. Yeah, this is why I didn't start on Sentinel, because they have multiple Arboreal Grazers. Not interested. I'm gonna take the... Oh wait, they don't have a green source. Interesting. These are all bounce lands. I'm gonna take the primetime. Here's Stronghold. Go. You love to see it. Godless Shrine. I'm gonna play the Sentinel. I think it's better as an Esper Sentinel than it is as Solitude Pitch. Okay, there's the tap land. Pick up the Stronghold. Now can I push? Stoneforge Mystic. Discard spell. Oh no, that's the opposite of Stoneforge Mystic. I think I want to play Rebirth as a land. Yeah, just sort of petering out here, which is the problem of the scam decks. If you do your big open and then they don't get you where you want to go, it's kind of bad. Who are we paying? Don't pay, don't pay, don't pay. I need cards. Bummer. And now they can play Gruul Turf, which can put in Arboreal Grazer, which can put in Slayer Stronghold. Or they can play Slayer Stronghold and pass. That works too. Another Sentinel. I know their hand involves Summoner's Pact. I'll at least try to tax it, get some cards out of it. Forest, that was a good find. Now they can just unload these Arboreal Grazers. And here they come. Can you work your way up to 6 mana right now? Is that how this works? Yes. No. I see 4 mana right now. You still have your actual land drop? No, you played the forest this turn. Oh wait, no, there's 2 in the pool. Yeah, this is 6 right now. That is how that works. But I do draw 2 cards off Esper Sentinel. Unless you drew another Primetime. A third Arboreal Grazer. Okay, now they can pay for 1 of the Esper Sentinels. Here's the Pact. Gave me 1. It's the wrong one. Oh, they gave me both. Cool. I can Solitude now. It's going to be good. Here's the Pact. Here's the Primeval Titan. Oh. Oh, no. Okay. I got excited for a second. I thought they left not enough green in the pool, but it was just Magic Online displaying weird. Okay, let's hope they go for the untapped lands and I can get a good Solitude off in between. Okay, they are not trying to attack with Primeval Titan this turn. That's what I was just trying to spit out. Okay, they picked up the Valeria West without floating mana off it. They stacked their triggers wrong, so they can't transmute it right now. Like that. Any little break is a good break. I'm gonna Undying Evil of Solitude. It's so evil. Back and take out one of these little monkeys. I can Hardcast Grief if I draw a land. Or I can Thoughtseize. Do I know any of their thoughts currently? Let's find out. Oh, just 3 lands. Back with my creatures. I have a clean way to shut it down if I just wait on the Thoughtseize. But they don't have double blue anyway. Oh god, that was a good draw. Yeah, now they can start getting for real out of reach. I think I was dead to the Teleria West next turn anyway, but that was a tough one in between. Color, that doesn't do anything. I will offer Solitude on the altar of being dead. Yeah, they can just draw cards now, get their creature large. Player Stronghold in hand. They have to Teleria West. They don't just have the pack straight up yet. Uh-oh. Scary. I think this game is over the hump. Esper Sentinel did not pan out against the double Arboreal Grazer start in the way that I needed it to. Teleria West has been transmuted. Are you just going to get Valakut and go to town? We are pacting. At least we have a pact. Can't use it right now, though, which does open it up to my discard spells. Ephemerate would be a good draw. Stoneforge Mystic. They could Grief and then Stoneforge Mystic and hope the Cauldra can get it done. Yeah, I think I got to do it that way. Grief, get after it. Second Dryad. I'm going to take the Summoner's Pact. Grief dies. Stoneforge Mystic. And my Solitude is not large enough to even tangle with the Tireless Tracker, but guess what's in my deck? Sword of Hearth and Home. All their creatures are green. If I'm not dead and I draw a land, we can make something happen here. They get a draw in the end step off of clues, and they get 2 more clues this turn if they want them. Maybe 3 if they play the other Dryad. Explore. Ooh, are we paying? They are being responsible with the Esper Sentinels. Don't feed the fish. Fair enough. Second Tracker. Okay. There's Cavern. That's good for multiple clues. Another Cavern. I didn't know about that one. I have perfect information about their hand currently, and they have 4 clues in play. That can change quickly, but I know what's going on over there. Drawing an untapped land does let me get in with sort of Hearth and Home. That tracker should definitely be attacking. Good call. Come on, untapped land. Let's go. Ooh, Ephemerate. That's kind of similar, though much worse. I'm stuck on, like, I'm color screwed again in my 2-color deck. Mana is surprisingly bad. I think I'm just going to pass and see what happens. I can Ephemerate at instant speed if I need to take stuff out. Didn't get there on the sword. More trackers growing. We have 2 Dryads. There's a second one in hand, so I can't even really stuff Valakut. Third tracker. Okay. We're tracking. I get it. Bajuka Bog makes 3 blues. Played Beseju from hand, which means they're not worried about sort of Hearth and Home. Now they're just drawing cards. Making huge trackers. Run another card. Okay. Keep it coming. Here's a second Dryad. That sucks. There's a Saga. Okay. That can block sort of Hearth and Home starting next turn. And they have roughly infinite artifacts in play. Give or take infinite. I'm going to block the small one with Solitude and Ephemerate, exiling the big one. Giving them all this life sucks, but I'm not really winning this game anyway without some major luck going my way. Exile that creature. Okay, they're just going in on clues. Gain the extra 2 life, might as well. They're winning the long game, that's for sure. Rebound Ephemerate on Solitude. Take out another tracker, I guess. Right, come on, untapped land. Okay. Yeah, we're dead. I don't need to keep doing this. I fought the good fight for a long time, but they're way off. All engines firing. GG's. On to the next one. You come here to level up at Magic. To level up as a software engineer, check out the new YouTube series Dev Better, hosted by the founder of 7 Factor Software and Magic player, Jeremy Duvall. 7 Factor's small teams of high-performing engineers build custom mobile apps, APIs, and highly scalable systems for Fortune 500 companies and ambitious startups with great ideas. If you'd like to hire 7 Factor, or maybe join their team, contact them through their website at 7factor.io. And don't forget to subscribe to 7 Factor's YouTube for every episode of Dev Better. I'm on the play against a Gigantha deck. I'm going to keep my hand with the Esper Sentinels. I don't have a great scam start, but I do have a nice Creature Curve with Solitude to top it off. Blood Crypt and a Dragon's Rage Channeler. You got it. You know what's good against Dragon's Rage Channeler? Dauthi Voidwalker. I'm going to cast Voidwalker. I'm not going to attack with Esper Sentinel. I think they'll cast a spell eventually. And I don't want to trade with their 1/1. Bloodstainmire into the Void. About to find out if they're Rakdos or Grixis. Alright, Grixis Shadow. Thoughtseize, okay. Have a look. What would you like? And Thoughtseize goes into the Void. They also got a Surveil. They surveilled Polluted Delta into the Void. I have 2 of the important card, which is Solitude. Took one of them. Ooh, that's pretty good. I don't know if this is the thing I want to put on the stack or not. It doesn't beat Death Shadow. Oh wait, I have the Voidwalker in play. That card has Shadow. Let's go. In for 3. I'm ready to get obliterated by Kolaghan's command. Sign me up. They've decided it's time to attack. Pass the turn with all their mana available. I'm going to start with Esper Sentinel. If they're going to interact this turn, I'm going to draw cards for it. Okay, they're making moves. Rage targeting my sword. Okay. Yeah, playing that Esper Sentinel saved me 2 mana. Not that I'm spending it on anything, but there it is. Okay, that's done. Now there's a Braid in the Void, if I want that ever. Getting close to Hardcast Solitude. And I'm just going to bash. Opponent's life total is the power of the creatures I have in play. You do have 5 cards in hand, though. And Drown in the Loch is on. There's a second card in my graveyard now. Esper Sentinels are causing trouble, though. As they do. Okay, we've gotten a Braid on my Voidwalker, which is going to be good for at least 1 card. Finally getting paid. This Surveil does not work, and then Voidwalker dies. Finally drew a card. And I can Takenuma the Voidwalker pack, or I could just cast Solitude. I'm going to fetch the Sevite Triome. Sword of Hearth and Home, what's up? Okay. I'm going to cast Solitude. Wait. Would I rather Hearth and Home? But that doesn't connect through this. I think that's really good, though. Yeah, leaving Solitude in my hand for the inevitable Death Shadow and getting 3 power onto Esper Sentinel. Now they have to pay 3 to do anything without me drawing a card, which is all of the mana that they have. Those keeping score at home. And I have a good attack here. If they block the 1/1 and trade, I get to connect with Sword. Okay, they're making the trade. I don't have a good flicker, but I can at least search my deck for a land and put it into play. I have a Plains. And they know I have Solitude. They're at 2. If they have Death Shadow, Solitude is... We'll clear that and put them back to 13 life. Okay, they played Channeler Go. Oh, not Go. There's also Ragavan. Channeler Ragavan. Another Solitude. I'm going to attack. They have to block or they lose. If they double block, I'll Solitude the Channeler. I'm going to cast Solitude. Now, this is the one they think they know about, but I have another one. 2 lethal creatures in play. I draw a card if they cast a spell. Another removal spell in hand. Grief. Do I want to start with that? I don't want to start by attacking. Here come my creatures. Unholy Heat. Targeting Esper Sentinel, which draws me a card. And you only have 2 card types in the graveyard. That does not kill that creature. Alright, the shame concession. They could have killed Solitude with that, but I don't know what's going on over there. Okay, Death Shadow is the opponent. Prismatic Ending, Fatal Push coming in. My deck is pretty heavy on 1-drops. Normally, I kind of like Chalice against Shadow, but I think it hurts me too much. Sort of Hearth and Home, not great. It did just show up and perform, but that doesn't mean it's good. There's not a lot of cards I want to cut from the deck. Maybe Sculler's not great here. Let's turn those into removal spells. Because Sculler, if it gets hit by something, they get their card back, and then, like, I didn't do anything, and the deck is full of removal. I kind of want Batterskull in here, but they do use their graveyard, so Lion Sash is not nothing. Right, I'll just play it like this. Sorry, Batterskull, couldn't figure it out. And they're a Giganta deck, so they don't have Murktide Regent. This is pretty good. I'm gonna keep it. A lot of removal and a threat. Play Marsh Flats and send it here. Got Blood Crypt in the end step. Something's happening. Here's Shredder. Okay. Did not bobble to pay it out immediately. I'm gonna fetch for the Savai Triome. There's 2 Prismatic Endings in my hand. I would like to get up to 3 in case I need it. But I want this pathway on white or black. I just shotgun Godless Shrine and make a decision later. It's fine. I'm gonna end the Ledger Shredder before it does anything. And I can Thoughtseize plus Stoneforge next turn. Basic Mountain. Okay, I've decided I want black on the pathway. Thoughtseize you playing around Spell Pierce. We've got a Braid. Alright, just a handful of removal and Tarok. I'm definitely taking Tarok here. This handful of removal is going to be tough to slog through, but at least I'm not dead to Tarok. None of these are counter spells, and Stoneforge Mystic is good for a little extra. Lion Sash, that's interesting. Yeah, I think just having more threats to put on the board is the way to get through this. Eat and resolved. PRC, okay. I can remove that before it gets any triggers. Dramatic Ending. And then I'll run out the Lion Sash. I'm just working my way up here. Got to get through these things. I'm going to exile Tarok when they go to kill this. Makes it 1 point larger. It gets rid of a creature from their graveyard. Okay, and I'm now at Hardcast Solitude. Thoughtseize. I know they have 2 removal spells over there. Might as well put one of them in the Void. Voidwalker. Thoughtseize you. I should play around Spell Pierce. I will. Terminate would not end up in the Void. A Braid would. Okay, so Braid's in the Void. And another Braid and a Terminate. Which of these am I more worried about? But a Fire and Ice is good. Terminate. Braid hits everything Terminate does and some other stuff. Yeah, I don't really have thick creatures in the deck, so I'm going to take a Braid. And is Terminate right now. They could wish for Jaggy. They are not under 13 life. Right now they can be at 13. It still doesn't give them Death Shadow. Just Jaggy in hand. Another Solitude. Okay. Send it. I hope they draw land for Giganta. Aggressive Iteration. That's a good draw. I don't have anything like that in my deck. Found a land for Jegging next turn. If they play a creature now, I can eat that one. I'm not just going to run Solitude into Terminate for no value. And go. They shocked in the end step. Right, because they're a shadow deck. It doesn't mean anything other than that they'd like to cast Death Shadow someday. Fisher's Bauble. Terminate Jeggy, one mystery card in the hand. Bauble themselves, so they must be holding a fetch land. Or they were checking if they're going to draw interaction. Still not running the Solitude out into just nothing. Prismatic Ending with 3 colors available. No targets right now. We're just going to keep playing chicken for a while. They're looking for a Thoughtseize. I'm looking for a target for Solitude. Shadow, okay. Prismatic Ending handles that. I'm not going to Solitude it. Prismatic Ending. And Thoughtseize is pretty good. Have a peek. What are you sitting on? I know 2 of them. Drown on the Lock, Jeggy. Terminate. That's a lot of answers to my shit. I'll take the Gigantha. Let's just look at each other for a long time here. Yep, Thoughtseize me. See the 2 Solitudes. I have exactly what you thought I had in my hand. Akanuma, that's fun. I'm wondering if I should have taken Drown in the Lock from the hand instead of Jeggy. Counter spells are so much better than removal spells, because I don't get any value out of it. I'm going to attack Akanuma in the end step. And I'm going to pick up Stoneforge Mystic. If I find a discard spell, I can start poking through here. Or I could just flush out the Drown before they draw a discard spell of their own. I'm going to wait. I have a lot of discard in my deck. Okay, killing my creature can easily pay. This was just a Inquisition of Kozilek, basically. Cards left in their hand. It's Terminate, Drown. Okay, they played Draw-Go. There's the Thoughtseize we've been waiting for. Let's have a peek. 2 Drowns, great. I'll take one of them. Let's flush out the other one. I really don't want Solitude getting drowned, is the problem. But you've got a Terminate in your hand. Both working with perfect info here. Oh, Kolaghan's Command, that's really good. Jeggy and making me discard. Was there a spot where I could have sandbagged a land? I don't think so. Not reasonably. Now I can. But it doesn't matter. Alright, they got Jeggy and Terminate. Right, there it is, the big elk father itself. 2 of my Solitudes are still in the deck. Ephemerate, that's not helpful. I'm at 3. Oh no, I drew EI. I drew Shredder. Okay, my Kingdom for Solitude. Alright, we're dead. GG. Yeah, that was a really fun one. Just staring at each other, trying to jockey for position. Hollow Scholar would be helpful in those sort of situations. Batterskull's really good against traditional removal. It's bad against K command specifically. I think with all this removal in the deck, maybe Undying Evil can chill. I can get Batterskull in. If I don't scam on turn 1, it's just not really safe to even do it anymore. Ephemerate. And yeah, I think I want to get real skinny on Ephemerates and bring in... I can bring in the Unlicensed Hearse or the Scholars. I think I want the Hearse. It messes with Drown in the Lock and Dragon's Rage Channeler and Kolaghan's Command. I will keep this hand. I'll give myself a chance to turn to the Voidwalker by shocking this in. Sentinel, let's go. They're fetching. It's probably Dragon's Rage Channeler. They've been really careful about giving me cards in previous games. Yep. On Black Source. Yeah, got it. And Voidwalker. That's how I want to start these games. Let's see if it holds up. They got Fatal Push for my Esper Sentinel, leaving the Voidwalker alone. That's the card they don't want to play against. That's really interesting. Also puts Fatal Push in the Void, where I can cast it. Ooh, Ledger Shredder in the Void. That might be a card I want. Can't block. Ooh, the backup Esper Sentinel. I could go Ledger Shredder and play Esper Sentinel and loot. I think that's better than having Voidwalker in play. Yeah, them never getting Delirium sounds pretty good to me. I'm just going to Esper Sentinel and attack. Brief is castable starting next turn. If I draw a land, Watery Grave down to 10. Kolaghan's Command. They can't pay. They can destroy both my creatures, but I at least draw a card on the way through. And Kolagon's command ends up in the void, in case that matters later. Yep, that was a 2 for 2. Or they killed 2 cards for 1, but I drew a card on the way through. Not really a 2 for 2, but it was, I don't know, an even exchange is what I'm trying to spit out here. Now I can cast Grief. It's backup Voidwalker, looking sad when I left 2 mana unspent last turn. And their hand is for removal spells. I'm going to take Drown in the Lock. That's the best of them. Here's the Heat. They like their card. It'd be great to draw an untapped land here and just start solituding. Cool. I'm not going to let them use mana in the end step. The Solitude now. Whatever's on top of the deck, they liked it. I want a Solitude before they draw it in case it's another Drown. Can't Fatal Push this no matter how hard you try. Terminate does kill it. Because that's what Terminate does. Kills everything. And Terminate did in fact kill it. It was land they kept on top. Oh, there was a card I didn't know about. Fatal Push. Okay, I lost track of a card somewhere. Fatal Push is the known card in their hand right now. Nice. Thoughtseize your Fatal Push and then cast a creature that would have died to the Fatal Push. Sign me up for that. Take the push, play the Voidwalker. Opponent can bobble themselves, get some selection on some new draws. Bobble themselves, they did. They're not delirious. They didn't fetch, they must like the card. There are things in the void from earlier. I could cast Kolagon's command if I want to. That Ledger Charter's still there. In some fantasy world where I untap with Dauthi Voidwalker against the mono removal deck. Rock, bummer. Okay. That takes out the Solitude. But I do have Kolagon's command in the void. Cool. That's really good. Yeah, if I K command, deal 2 to Tarak, get back Solitude. Kind of exciting. Okay. I'm doing it. Magic Online is showing Kolagon's command as an effects bubble in the exile zone. I hope this works. Okay. That's Kolagon's command. Could make them discard. Oh, is it opponent? Oh yeah, it is opponent. Okay. Damage at a target. And I think I'd rather have Solitude in my hand. Best. I would like Solitude in my hand and Tarak dead. How about that? And then Stoneforge Mystic, get in there. I think I'm going to get Lion Sash and just deploy another creature, some gentle graveyard hate. I like this. Thoughtseize my Solitude. Bummer. Okay. You knew that was there. And they're hellbent. They're about to put Jeggy in hand. And Lion Sash is going to be huge. Is Lion Sash lethal? Can we get there? Exile Tarak. Okay, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, they look dead to me. Exile Polluted Delta. Exile Mishra's Bauble. 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I'm 1 short. How did I miscount here? Alright, whatever. Exile Solitude. Exile Esper Sentinel. Okay, I'll put you to 1. Got excited, thought I had it. A white source off the top would have killed them. But now they have Jeggy in hand and have to stabilize against 2 creatures. Even if they draw a removal spell, then they can't cast Jeggy. Alright, yeah, tight matchup, but we did it. On to the next one. This video is sponsored by Moxfield.com, the easiest way to build Magic decks online. Moxfield supports over 30 formats, including Legacy and every other format you'll see on this channel. They have multiple customizations so you can view your deck how you want. Text view, stacks, grid, custom grouping by type, subtype, color, light mode, dark mode. However you want to see your deck, they can provide it for you. My favorite feature is you can choose your set printing, make the deck look exactly how you want it to. The deck screen features expandable sections that show you what tokens your deck makes, your recent change history to the deck, stats about mana curve and opening hand distribution, mana cost distribution. You can deal out sample hands and even play test the deck. Island Ponder. You know I'm keeping this one. This site has everything. Follow me on Moxfield.com to keep up with decks I'm playing for the channel and what I'm up to in paper. I'll see you there. On the draw for round 3, I'm going to keep this completely fair. Scam-free Dead Guy L hand. Firebuff Canal Ragavan. Bummer. Strongly prefer to be on the play. This sort of shit. But Esper Sentinel in front of it at least. One has old border Ragavans. They're very serious. If there's the Unholy Heat, they can pay the Troll Toll. And I keep putting cards in front of Ragavan until I'm stable. So Prismatic Ending, that would have been a good one to draw. A Ganjo, that's kind of fun. I'll play Pathway on the white side. Skull you. Let's have a look. If they kill this in response, I get to remove a card forever, but they would get to connect with Ragavan. They decided to just take the let me exile Lightning Bolt. Fuck you. Whatever. All right. They drew Unholy Heat off the top. And Undying Evil in exile. That card actually would have been great. No, they're holding Lightning Bolt, and they just kept a card on purpose. I could just Iganjo the Ragavan and then do more stuff next turn. I think I like that. Yeah, I can Iganjo the Rag and then kill it for sure, and then double spell next turn. I wish I had played the Bloodstained Mire so I could fetch Swamp here in case they jam Blood Moon right now. They're more likely to just Murktide Regent. Look at my top card. I hope it's Solitude. There's the first of the two Murktides. It's a 6/6. Thoughtseize. Wish that was better right now. Let's Skullia. Don't need to play around Spell Pierce with this one. They do have Counterspell and Lightning Bolt and another Ragavan. Taking Lightning Bolt. And I guess I'm gonna Thoughtseize you. Take the Counterspell. Murktide Ragavan is the hand. They get to just shove Ragavan in here because if I block, that gives them Lightning Bolt back, and then they can bolt me, and if I don't block, they get a Ragavan trigger. Tough scene all around. 9 to 2. I am going to block and just hope I draw Solitude, I guess. Their hand is Murktide Regent Lightning Bolt right now. Solitude. Battle Scholar. Nope. Okay. You did it. Ragavan on the play was too much. I think on the draw we're actually okay in that game, but that's not what happened. Unlicensed Hearse, Fatal Push. I like Batterskull here. Sword of Hearth and Home is out. Thematic Ending is fine. Not great. Love Voidwalker. Love Solitude. Color's pretty awkward. I mean, it was good at looking at their hand and knowing what was going on. But is it better than all the things I want to bring in? Probably not. I shave an Ephemerate. They can see that card coming a mile away. Alright, I'm going to try it like this. A no-lander. No thanks. I'll keep this one. And put Right Climb Pathway on the bottom. I think Thoughtseizing is a better start than Esper Sentinel. Because if they have the turn 1 Rag, this at least answers that. Get rid of Rag. Yeah, they had a 1-lander with Ragavan over there. Firebluff Canal. Double Spell Pierce. Not a lot of targets for that in my deck. For Sentinel, if they want to bolt this, it's going to cost them hard. Consider in response. Bind Counterspell. They're digging for the land. I'd love to see Counterspell go. No land past the turn? No land past the turn? Yeah. Lightning Bolt. I draw a card. Oh my god. The nuts. It. I drew into Undying Evil. Now spells cost 2 more. Couldn't Spell Pierce it. And I'm going to put you in the void and start bashing. A 2 Spell Pierces, Expressive Iteration in hand. This costs 2 mana, or else I draw a card, which they do not have. This Plains gets me up to Solitude. Certainly would have preferred to have a spell, but it's okay. Bolted my Voidwalker. Nice, now I can just cast Grief. Probably going to take EI unless they have a Murktide. Do have a Murktide. No thank you. Their hand is Counterspell, Spell Pierce, EI. Here's that EI. I draw another card. Esper Sentinel just going off here. Absolute brutality. Everything that Ragavan did game 1, my Esper Sentinel's doing here in game 2. Yeah, okay. Now we got to get one on the draw. I think I'm more interested in Prismatic Ending on the draw and less interested in Ephemerate. That Undying Evil was a blowout. That was awesome. Especially since we've seen multiple Spell Pierces in their deck. And a million point-and-click removal spells. Ephemerate's just a big risk. I might go down to 0 Ephemerate and bring a Scholar back. Yeah, I like that. Let's do it. Okay, Thoughtseize. Turn 1 Ragavan's a beating, but I am going to keep this hand. Fiery Islet go. Do I think they have Consider or Spell Pierce? I think I lead on Esper Sentinel either way. It's considered cool. Yeah, this is clearly the only land they have. If they had any other one, they wouldn't have led on Fiery Islet. Because this land just hurts them when they use it. Found another, okay. And if they pay for the Lightning Bolt, that lets me get Stoneforge Mystic through unperturbed. Or do I think that Hearse is better? Hearse is probably better. Let's keep you off Murktide, keep you off Delirium. And I can play this Swamp so I don't have to commit to anything yet. And then I can Thoughtseize plus Stoneforge next turn. And I'm just going to exile the 2 spells right now so Murktide doesn't slide through. I think I want white on this. Play the front half. And then Thoughtseize. I can pay for Spell Pierce if I have to. Lightning Bolt, Unholy Heat, Murktide Regent. Okay. I'll take the... I have Murktide. Do I have Murktide under control? I do if I play my second Hearse. Yeah, I'm going to take Lightning Bolt. I'm going to play the second Hearse and just lock this Murktide up for life. Yeah, we'll chill like this for a while. Stoneforge can get value anyway. Exile 2 cards. They fetched in the end step. Let's just get rid of those. Blood Moon is tough because I don't have white mana, but also whatever. Voidwalker's cool. I'm going to play Esper Sentinel and Stoneforge Mystic. They didn't kill Esper Sentinel in response, which means I can crew a Hearse here. I want Lion Sash, Sophie, or Batterskull. I don't want Cauldra. I think I want the Sash. They could spend 2 spells killing this card. Yeah, whatever. Go for it. That leaves everything else still in play. Back for 4. Unholy Heat targeting Esper Sentinel. Okay. 1 down. And here goes the Stoneforge Mystic. I'm going to exile the 2 cards from the graveyard, and they're going to take 4. Their hand is Murktide Regent and Basic Island. I'm actively pushing for damage. Guide Lantern, sure. My graveyard hate is doing more. They're going to draw a card here. They have to. Here's the island. Here is Dauthi Voidwalker. Did you draw a counterspell? Oh, Dress Down. Yeah, that's fine. That doesn't... Oh, that does do something. That does a big thing. That makes it so Unlicensed Hearse, if I crew it, it dies. That was a really bad Dress Down. I would have crewed this so fast, and it would have died. I'm going to Prismatic Ending Soul Guide Lantern while they can't draw a card off it. That actually seems pretty good. Oh, they were just F6'd. Dress Down dies in the end step. I will exile 2 cards. Keep that Murktide on lock. Yeah, I don't like that Dress Down. Stopping the Voidwalker, it doesn't have an ETB or anything, but if I had crewed, which I would have done immediately, yeah, that was not great, but still had good control that game. On to the next round. We're a few rounds into the video. Thanks for sticking with me. Friendly reminder that if you're still here and having fun, smash that subscribe button. And if you want to play what I'm playing, you can use my affiliate link for TCG Player to support the channel while you shop for cards, and you can try any deck anytime with a cardhoarder.com loan account for Magic Online. All these links are in the video description below. Now back to the league. I'm on the draw against a Jeggy. I'm going to keep. I have a Grief Scam if I want it, or I can slow down if I want to do that. They have a turn 1 play of some kind. Okay. At least it's not Ragavan. Drawing this Godless Shrine lets me fetch Basic Swamp and save some damage. Oh, I lose 2 life when I Malika Rebirth. That sucks. Okay. I'm going to Grief pitching Grief. Get a look. What's going on over there? Oh god. This is not what I wanted. Alright. What's the plan? They don't have a second land. I'm going to ignore Iconoclast for a second. I could take the 2 Swift Spears and make them scrap it out with the burn spells. Or I could take the 2 removal spells and fight the board. I'm going to take the Swift Spears. Birth my creature. I probably should have taken the removal spells so my Stoneforge can survive. Alright. Might have messed that one up. Okay, you're up. They probably want to Unholy Heat in the upkeep so they get their Surveil. Yep, looking for the land. Kept the card on top, they must like it. Unholy Heat that they shocked in the Steam Vents. They think I should Thoughtseize. If I play Stoneforge, they Lightning Bolt, they get full value, they untap, they Iconoclast. I can just Thoughtseize. If they bolt in response, I put them Hellbent. Or I could take the Bolt and then just bet that Stoneforge will beat the Iconoclast. Idol Sculler is interesting. I like Sculler. That's actually a card in play. And then I can Thoughtseize plus Stoneforge double spell next turn. And same thing as before, if they Bolt the Scholar in response, I can take the Iconoclast permanently. Taking Bolt. And the DRC is not Delirious. Means that they don't have an attack unless they draw a spell and get Delirious. Cool. Iconoclast. They did not play a land. I think my Thoughtseize is live. It's just how much damage do I want to take to make all this happen? And I think the answer is as much as it takes. That's not the correct one. I Thoughtseize you. Whatever the spell is, I'll take it. That's the worst spell that it could have been. There's a Lava Dart in the graveyard, but at least it's not in their hand. Lion Sash, Cauldron Complete, sort of Fire and Ice. Sort of Fire and Ice looks good, but I think it's a trap because Iconoclast makes artifacts. I think it's still the right one, though. Fucking Lava Dart. Soulscar Mage, that means Lava Dart's damage is permanent. Do I want to trade? Or blocking Iconoclast isn't even a trade because of Soulscar Mage. Alright, go ahead. Hit me. Pain-free untapped land would be great. Just saying. Ugh. Well, that card's not bad, though. Esper Sentinel. You can kill it, but it'll cost you. They went for the Lava Dart. It's targeting the Esper Sentinel. They have the mana to pay. If they get Delirious here, it's going to be a rough ride. That's not Delirium. Right, now my X2 creatures can block safely. They couldn't do last turn. My opponent is drawing wild with 1 mana. Okay. Fingers crossed. Draw a land or a 2-drop. Don't draw a Lava Dart. Iconoclast making colorless artifacts is such a beating. Just Iconoclast turning sideways. I'm going to block with Stoneforge. I'm not giving you a free lunch here. And I'm going to put in this sort of Fire and Ice. If they had any spell, they would have attacked with everything. That's a land. Okay, I got to work my way through the Soldier token. I'm going to equip this immediately and start bashing. To block with the Soldier, I might just die on the backswing here if they draw Lightning Bolt and get Delirium. I lose, but I gotta start connecting. Alright, all in. Go. Lightning Bolt is 3, 4, 5, 6. I go to 1, and if they get Delirium... Oh, nice. It was a land. It was a land. They could put Jeggy in hand here. They're a long way from casting that one. Pushing for damage. I'm gonna attack. Kill... I think I kill the ERC. That one can get flying, which is a problem. Oh, hell yeah. Now we're just stable at 5 life. Stoneforge Mystic, get the Cauldra. Cauldra better than Lion Sash? I think so. Now I just want to bash. Okay, Jeggy in hand. I'm at 5. Anamorphose, okay, that's a spell. Doesn't really change anything, but it is a spell. Opponent is dead on board, they gotta do something. Oh, burned off the Manamorphose mana and passed. Okay, take 11, I guess. I'm gonna choose not to Thoughtseize my opponent here. And go to 3, where I could die. Cauldra complete. Cauldra attacks for 5, Scholar attacks for 4, then Sophie does 2 more. Yeah, alright, that was a tight one. Yikes. Definitely Batterskull coming in. Fatal Push, Prismatic Ending coming in. Grief actually seems kind of bad, but... Oh, I'm going to cut Thoughtseize. That's a pretty safe cut. I'd rather have Grief than Thoughtseize, I think. Knowing what they're doing is good, but with so much efficient 1-mana removal, I don't care what they're doing as much. And I'm going to cut... I guess I could cut Malika Rebirth because it hurts me. Nope, it's Sword of Hearth and Home. That card does not have any text. +2/+2, not interested. Also, the Void might be worth bringing in here, even though it affects my deck as well. I could just cut all the Ephemerates and the Undying Evil and bring in 4 Chalices. Gotta be worse for them than it is for me. I can still cast Prismatic Ending. Fatal Push and Esper Sentinel are the only cards that are just off if I do this. Oh, I boarded out too many. I get 1 card back here. They showed me some graveyard stuff, but not enough that I want graveyard hate. Guess I'll bring an Undying Evil back in. Okay, let's try it. Okay, I have a handful of 1-drops and a Chalice. I'm going to keep. Easy money. I would like to find a land sooner than later. Found a land very soon, in fact. I'm gonna grief pitching Sculler or Fatal Push. I think it's Sculler. Pitching Sculler, what do you got over there? Iconoclast and a bunch of 1-drops. Yeah, I'll take the Iconoclast. Then I'm gonna fetch for basic Swamp and Fatal Push your idiot. Get him out. My plan is Esper Sentinel, Fatal Push, and then Chalice once the board is clear. Bobble, okay. I bobbled in my upkeep, that's fine. A white land. I'm gonna go for Godless Shrine here. I just want to make sure I can cast my double black spells if I find them. Hope I don't lose by exactly 2 life. Esper Sentinel, and I'm gonna pass. See if they Unholy Heat in the end step, giving me a card. Nope. Because if they pay for Sentinel on their own turn, that's 1 less card they can cast, and 1 mystery card in the hand. Lightning Bolt, Unholy Heat. That's really good. Unholy Heat. Target my creature. Are you gonna pay? Fatal Push the Soulscar Mage. And this Iganjo's in my hand. I just have to draw a land at some point. Use it. There's Lion Sash. I'm just gonna Chalice now, lock up that Lightning Bolt while I know it's good. I'm not playing Iganjo, that's a removal spell. They can still get prowess triggers off their spells, but the spells aren't gonna resolve. Yep, they're just lava darting for damage here. Tapped land, untapped land. Is an untapped land. I'm gonna Lion Sash this turn, and then I can Iganjo in the future. Lion Sash. I target Lava Dart. I might as well. I'm not gonna block. I can at least force the action now. They're not gonna sack a land just to off their creature on my turn. And then this will be big enough to beat the Swift Spear in combat next turn, or I could just Iganjo it. Oh no, you drew Iconoclast. That's the card that could make this game competitive. Taking 1 here. Another Chalice. I could Chalice on 0. They do have baubles in their deck. Yep, that works for me. I don't have any zeros, you do. And I'm just going to hold up Iganjo and pass the turn. Ugh. Disgusting. Okay, that's really good. Let's see what they find. I know they can Lightning Bolt to make a Spear. It's 4. It's out a Lightning Bolt to EI. That's not 2 spells. They play a land, then I, once again, can't beat the Swift Spear. They Lightning Bolted from exile. That makes Swift Spear 3/4. Mutagenic Growth, I guess, would get me. Gut Shot. See how they attack. Just that. Oh. Let's find out what you got. Okay, the Swift Spear just died. Oh no, why is it so big? Alright, it's gone. Yeah, Iganjo did its job. Patience paid off. Grief, someday that'll be good. Right now, I'll just pass the turn and start growing my Lion Sash. They can't have Bedlam Reveler because they have Jeggy. Underworld Breach. Not even good. In exile, Soulscar Mage, Monastery Swift Spear. I'll exile Swift Spear and Soulscar Mage. Oh wait, I don't even care. Literally have 2 Chalices in play. I don't care. Go ahead. They go land EI from graveyard. That's kind of annoying. All right, I'll just eat the other Soulscar Mage now. Just so they don't escape, just empty their graveyard of things I can eat. I think that's a line here. Yeah, they can Mishra's Bauble a couple times. It gets countered, but they do get 1/1s each round. So they exiled all their spells, so there's not going to be a Lightning Bolt at the end here. There's one from hand, and then they can Bauble 1 more time. Okay, Iconoclast doing work. I'm going to lose to this thing if I don't stabilize immediately. Yeah, time to start going wide here. Fuck the Iconoclast. And, oh, there's Batterskull, but no time to deploy it. Bummer. That is pretty much exactly the card I wanted. I don't think I have a sweeper in the deck. There's no Plague Engineer. Yeah, that breach was tight. Oh, if I ate the bauble, they wouldn't have been able to do that. That was the line. I fucked up. Yep. Okay. Yeah, I just didn't see the line until it was too late. Eating bauble grows my Lion Sash, same as anything else. And yeah, blew it. And I'm at 1. GG. Okay, I messed that up. I could have stopped that from happening, and I just didn't instead. Woof. Okay. I think my deck is still the same. Unlicensed Hearse. They are a Breach deck, but I have Dauthi Voidwalker and Lion Sash. Yeah, I'm fine with what I'm doing here. Let's go. This hand is great. I'm going to keep it. This is basically the same hand I had last game, but this time I'm on the play. So rather than being behind the 8-ball on all the creatures, I can just Fatal Push their 1-drop and then Chalice. They're going to have answers in this game if they didn't last game. Still a good card. I'm going to fetch my Savai Triome since they're letting me develop here. Chalice of the Void. I have Prismatic Ending that can kill an Iconoclast. Fetching a tap land in response. Respectable. There's the Iconoclast. Do you have baubles? There's one. Multiple baubles. That sucks. Bobbling me, you got it. Another Voidwalker. Prismatic Ending. Let's get rid of this. Black, white. Out of here. Stoneforge Mystic for Batterskull is where this game is headed. Ready for it. We get 2 draws here. I hope they're all 1-drops. Soulscar Mage countered. This one. What else you got? They're going to breach and play 1 Mishra's Bauble? What's the plan here? There's a long pause right now, like, whoops. Shattering Spree, okay. Oh, they just completely misclicked. They could have Shattering Spreed the Chalice and then Soulscarred. Put a card in the graveyard for fun. I'll take it. Stoneforge Mystic, get in there. At Batterskull. By the way, if you haven't seen Shattering Spree kill a Chalice before, Shattering Spree is a 1-drop, but the counters aren't cast. They're just put on the stack, so you replicate it at least once, and one of them will get through. Here. Bauble. Okay. 2 cards left. This Fatal Push is destined for Swift Spear. I'm not going to block soldiers if everything attacks with Stoneforge. I don't want to make it easy on a Lava Dart or a Gut Shot. Lightning Bolt, that's a clean one. At least it's 3 damage I'm not taking. I'm going to push the Swift Spear. Down to 1 card in hand, but they have Bauble and Fiery Islet, so they'll have 1, 2, 3, 4 cards in their hand starting next turn if they want to go all the way. Color. Do I want a Skull? I think I do. That card can block. What's in your hand? Now they can do the thing where they just kill Sculler because there's nothing else to take. If this is a Lightning Bolt, a Lava Dart, and they're darting the Sculler and using a land to finish it off. Okay. Allowed. That means they don't get to Fiery Islet this turn, but it also means that I can't block. I need to hit some land drops here before I'm dead. Those are certainly 2 creatures. Prismatic Ending's a good draw. Okay. All of these make white, so I'll play this on the black side. I am under some trouble here. The next land gets me Batterskull, but I'm taking whatever they're giving me this turn. They are in top deck mode. 3, 4, 5, 6. Any spell puts me to dead on board. Okay. Drew a card with Fire Islet, the Spear. Fire Islet's in the void. I can play Batterskull. Oh, that's almost so good. If I play the Batterskull, I block, go to 10, take 3, 4, 5, 6. But I take 1, so I'd be at 9. I'm dead to Lightning Bolt. I'm always dead to Lightning Bolt. So, play Fire Islet. Play that, cast Batterskull. Solitude better than Batterskull? Guess that's the question I have for the audience. Solitude is removal and life gain, but it's only life gain if I get to block. So is Batterskull. Okay, Solitude's better. By passing the turn, they know exactly what I have. Hold them loud and clear. Swift Spear and what? Swift Spear. Okay. They're all in. I have not done the math here. No Lava Dart in the graveyard. Solitude. Play Solitude. Exile Soulscar Mage. But we're good. Or exile DRC, block Soulscar Mage. End up at 3 here. Oh my god. This is so close. So tight. I think I should be attacking. Or no, I could play Batterskull and just put up the wall of lifelink blockers for a turn, but then I die to Lightning Bolt. Am I dead to Lightning Bolt anyway? No. Okay. 1, 2, 3, Or 5, I'm at 2. Put the Batter Skull in. I go to 5 from this attack. They draw a Shattering Spree, I'm dead. A Braid. Artifact removal, basically. Iconoclast doesn't do it. Okay. We're getting another turn. It's starting to turn my way. Alice on 1, what's up? Okay. Okay. Batter Skull and Solitude attack. Everybody get in. Everyone in the pool. I just want a life total buffer, and I'm fine trading off with some of their stuff here. Heal at 12, and now I'm going to Chalice on 1 and play Stoneforge Mystic, getting Sword of Fire. Nice. I think we did it, team. I'm feeling good. Sword of Fire nice in my hand. Let's party. In the Shattering Spree is still good, but it has to decide if it's killing Chalice or Batter Skull. Does Breach do it? I don't think so. Yeah, Bauble, that's just a bunch of triggers. Nuts. That doesn't advance their board state this turn. It does give them a blocker for the protection from red creature that I'm going to have in a second. I think they're doing the math. If they can push an attack that's worth the damage or worth removing the Stoneforge. I don't think they can. Yep, no attack. They did just draw something. Solitude, what's up? I mean, doing the thing that I have. Putting in Sword, putting it on the Germ. This at least gains 6 and costs them a blocker. They have to block with Soldier. Artifact Soldier. 18 life now. Could still lose this. I just need to not. Anamorphose. Okay, that's worth a bunch of stuff. Land. 1 card left in hand. ERC gets countered. They didn't want that one in hand. They're just building up for a Breach top deck. Imagine that. That's what that was about. On white card. I think I just want to wipe out the Iconoclast. I'm going to attack with my cast up Germ token. And then Solitude the Iconoclast. They don't know about the Cauldron in my hand, and maybe they never will. Alright, they've had enough. That was a scrappy one. Game 2 is really cool. This Value Breach Izzet deck is really awesome, and I'm glad we were able to go over the top of it. On to the final round. For the absolute best Magic the Gathering apparel on the market, check out the link in the video description to coalesceapparel.shop, and be sure to use the code BoshNRoll for 10% off when you check out. I'm on the play against an Obosh. I have a really heavy land hand here, but it does get both basics. Obosh decks sometimes have Blood Moon. I'm going to keep. This Cauldron is kind of a beating. If this was any other card in my deck at random, I'd be much happier with the situation. But basic Flames as for Sentinel, let's do it. Let's hope this draws a card. I need it. Mountain and Ragavan, Nimble Pilferer. That's not a card for me. Grief. Okay, I'm going to grief them. This isn't getting better for me. Blood Moon confirmed. Lightning Bolt. Let's get that out of here. At least the Ragavan can't just go nuts here. I'm going to have to block this thing, unfortunately. Can't just let them start young pyroing. Or old pyroing. Whatever pyromancer that is. I'm not interested in it. Last Zone. We didn't see that one before. There's Relic. They have Sokenzon, so they can Blood Moon next turn. Alright, that was a great draw. Now I can set up double color. I have to decide if I'm going to want Solitudes this game or Dauthi Voidwalkers this game. I have more plains than I have swamps. I should probably fetch the swamps. If they even go for Blood Moon here. They could just start casting creatures. Blood Moon it is. Alright, let's go. I'm going to get the swamps. There are 3 plains in the decks and 2 swamps. Okay, there you go. Blood Moon it is. Alright, getting closer to casting Cauldron, which is somehow the game plan here. Relic. They have Pyromancers they can cast here. Oh, Karn Silex. Okay. Alright, I drew a card. Silex can hit it. What actually are the words on this card? Like Pernicious Deed, but only as a sorcery. Okay. And players can't pay life to cast spells or activate abilities. Sure. Silex is being activated. And Dashing Ragavan. I have the Iganjo for that. But we're running out of options here. I need a Stoneforge Mystic like yesterday. That would quickly flip the game though. I'm right on time. End it. Now they can start their Pyromancer related activities. Or just Hardcast Fury. That's cool too. Still interested in Stoneforge Mystic. Yeah, got it. Okay. Sword of Fire and Ice, get in here. And I am just going to deploy it. No reason to wait. I have to take a bash from Fury. I know the 2 cards that started their turn in their hand are Seasoned Pyromancers. Okay, they're about to discard Seasoned Pyromancer and draw 2 cards that I hope cannot kill Stoneforge Mystic. I'm taking 6. How to do it. They did not put Obosh in their hand with the 3 open mana. I gotta imagine they have something here. But I have Ephemerate, so it's cool. Yeah, there's the Lightning Bolt, and then I get to Ephemerate and tutor up another weapon. I guess I want the Hearth and Home. That lets me tutor up basics. Then Sophie fizzles, and then whip it again. Want to have another one? Okay. I have a protection from your deck creature in play now. I'm not going to rebound the Ephemerate. I need to bash. Relic. Yep. Obosh in hand. Nope. No rebound. Thank you. Silent Clearing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can play Cauldra. Kill old Pyromancer, cast Cauldra. Pretty good line. Yeah, the Sword of Hearth and Home. It's not time for that yet. Do to easy peasy and draw a card. Bang. Cauldra's in play. Cannot be destructed. Entangle with Fury. Heads up. There's Obosh. All their odd spells or odd things deal double damage now. Ragavan. Okay. I can kill the Ragavan with Sword. Oh my god. Okay, Sword of Hearth and Home is coming in. And then Silent Clearing. Equip Sword of Hearth and Home to Stoneforge Mystic. I'm gonna attack here. It's a kill Ragavan. Draw a card, and I hope it's a white card. I am not gonna exile. Oh wait, if I flicker Stoneforge, I actually do get a white card. I can put Lion Sash in hand. And it unlocks the sword for a turn, but I think that's okay. Yeah, if that guarantees Solitude, then Stoneforge flickered. I'm going to use the ability to find Lion Sash. I kill Ragavan and draw a card. And then re-equip Sword of Fire and Ice. Stoneforge Mystic. See if they have the bolt right now. Do. That's fine. Spikefield Hazard. Yeah, I guess that isn't odd. Oh, I can pitch right now to remove Obosh, and then I get to keep Stoneforge. I'm going to pitch Prismatic Ending. So Obosh only deals 1 now. And then I'm suited back up. And now I can play Lion Sash. Or I just want... Oh, yep. I was thinking about if I want to re-equip the sword, but then I just cast my Lion Sash. Doesn't matter what I want. It's already happened. That was pretty sweet. Sword of Hearth and Home dug me completely out of Blood Moon as well. That was a great game. Stoneforge Mystic versus Blood Moon strategies. Give me that all day, every day. Fracture comes in for the Blood Moons. I like Batterskull. I like Fatal Push. We saw a bunch of Relic of Progenitus, which means I don't want Undying Evil. Color is fine. Voidwalker's medium. It doesn't interact on axes that I care about. Which is weird, because normally I love this card, and it's unblockable. But I need to block more than I need to attack in this matchup. Yeah, I think I just like Sculler better than Voidwalker across the board here. I don't want my Chalices. I do want all my Thoughtseizes. Prismatic Ending can answer Blood Moon if I have a Island or Swamp Plains and then any non-basic for red mana. The Hearth and Home probably should just be a Prismatic Ending. Respect the Ragavan. Okay, let's do it. No white mana at all here. No answer to Ragavan if they have it. Opponent's on 6. I'm going to keep and hope they don't have Ragavan. Specifically, exactly Ragavan. Please don't have that. Cool. We got away with it. Their Esper Sentinel. Let's seize your thoughts. Blood Moon, Seasoned Pyromancer, Shattering Spree. I'm going to take Pyromancer. Blood Moon turns off Den of the Bugbear, which I'm actually kind of worried about. Cool. Godless Shrine get in. Now I can Esper Sentinel. And I could Grief the Blood Moon. Or the Shattering Spree is probably worse for me. Alright, I'm going to take the Shattering Spree. Unless they have a scarier card they found. Take Shattering Spree. Go ahead, Blood Moon me. I have Sword of Fire and Ice in my hand, and I get to draw a card off the Blood Moon. There's Blast Zone. I go ahead. Heal. And their own Blood Moon turned off all the cool tech lands they have. Sword of Fire and Ice. And they have one turn to do something here, and then I'm just gonna go nuts. Mountain and 2 mystery cards in their hand. Hope it's not more Shattering Sprees. Oh no, it is more Shattering Sprees. Fuck my life. Alright. This game just went from hilariously easy to kind of annoying. You did it. Okay, I'm gonna need to find a basic plane sooner than later. I am gonna play Takenuma, even though that is something I can use under Blood Moon with the one swamp. There's 3 planes in my deck. If I find one before I'm dead, we're in good shape. They didn't put Obosh in hand with all their mana. I hate that. What are they doing with it? Oh, just nothing. Heal. Ragavan. I have to Solitude this. I don't want to, but it's required. This will just make the game end way too fast. Let's go back into the slap fight. Basic planes. Drawn to a 3-outer. Ultra complete someday. Remember that Shattering Spree off the top? Nightmare Fuel. They have 5 mana now, and they're reaching for Obosh. Got the Shrine, get in. Here comes the big monster jockey himself. Okay, I am 1 land away from putting Cauldron in front of this thing. I'm taking 6 in between. They have a Seasoned Pyromancer. I got a fresh refill now. Now I'm in some trouble. And Thoughtseize. I guess I'll Thoughtseize, see if I could get some information. I'm just dead, but Team Slash, okay. Alright. A timely Shattering Spree got me good. Alright, they're heavy on Shattering Sprees. I know that now. Never had a chance at basic planes that game. Unfortunately, I think we would have won it pretty easily if we had one set up. I like the discard still. Alright, let's just go back in, same deck. No lands in this hand. We're going to send that one back. I like this hand a lot. Keep. And I'm going to bottom... This is actually tough. The Solitude plus Ephemerate. The second Ephemerate is the white card for Solitude. I'm going to bottom Bloodstained Mire and just go basic planes Esper Sentinel here. On my colors set up. Esperina. Spikefield Hazard as the land. Stoneforge. Oh wow, okay. I'm ready to go into Solitude Town, but I would like to draw some cards. Last Zone can eventually kill Esper Sentinel. They're spiking my Sentinel. Do I want to Ephemerate this? I think I do. I'll just get value where I can. And draw Stoneforge Mystic, punished. Well, I'm happy to have Stoneforge Mystic. The Blood Moon here, I get to draw a card. Karn Silex, hell yeah. Right, the Ephemerate paid for itself. Silex is annoying, but whatever. Not going to rebound. Would have liked to Thoughtseize and play Stoneforge this turn. I'm just going to Thoughtseize. Knowing what they're doing seems more important than what I'm doing. I'm going to take this Pyromancer and just them spinning their wheels. They can't even cast this Dismember because of Karn Silex. That's awesome. I'll attack with Esper Sentinel. The Karn Silex only activates as a sorcery. Stoneforge Mystic is clear for takeoff here. Can't dismember it. It's exile. Destroy each non-land permanent. Okay. I'm going to grab Cauldron and just put them to the test here. Yeah, they're just Silexing. There. Those are gone. They can play the other Silex now. Sure. Mono red control. I guess I'll play the other Stoneforge and just keep demanding answers. I got Lion Sash this time. That's a creature I can deploy. Also a white card for these Solitudes. Sting Fury. Okay. That works. Third Blast Zone. This is too many Solitudes. Problem I don't normally have. I'd play Sentinel and see if they overcommit. Yeah, I'll play Sentinel. Maybe that's supposed to be Lion Sash, so they can't Blast Zone it. I am going to block. They have enough mana. I'll just save the 6 life. I'm trying to make something happen here. As soon as they play a second creature, I'm ready. I'm going to be patient until that point. I hope that Karn Silex works with Dismember the way that I want it to. For to cast spells or activate abilities that aren't mana abilities, is paying life to cast a spell, or is this a mana ability? Don't actually know the answer to that. Here is Lion Sash. Block mode. They cranked up a Blast Zone to 2. And they just tried to cast Dismember and couldn't. Okay. I've learned an important lesson here. 4th Blast Zone, my god. They're using the Silex, that's great. That unlocks my Marsh Flats, which can unlock my Solitude. But they also get to Dismember. Okay. In that case, I'm just going to Solitude, exiling Prismatic Ending, taking out the Fury. And now that they're holding up Dismember, they became aware of how their own deck works. Not fair. Fire Skull. Bummer. I'm probably going to end up pitching the Ephemerate to exile Obosh with Solitude. Another Silex. Well, better fetch while I can. Do I care about Blood Moon at this point, or do I just want to get Savai Triome into play? Alright, fuck a Blood Moon. I'm having good colors. Oh, but this locks them out of their Dismember. Okay, does that matter? Because they can just Silex anyway. Yeah, I'm gonna pitch the Ephemerate to remove this thing. Okay, here we are. Fracture, that's a good one. For someday. Currently irrelevant. Love how every match in this league has just gone as long as possible. Old Pyromancer exiled from the graveyard. If they ever Silex, those are gone. Okay, take the 2. Then the Bugbear, shit. Bad. Need lands that can cast Batterskull. Okay, that is a land. It doesn't work with Silex in play. I might have to pitch my Fracture to deal with Den of the Bugbear, because that's not a card I can reasonably beat. Blast Zones are cranking up. I think we're going to see one on 5 here. Yeah, that's cool. Call. Yeah, I'm going to have to Solitude the Den. That just kills me way too fast. There's more. Oh, also Sokin's on. I really wish I had Ephemerate in my hand right now. But then I wouldn't have the Solitude. What can I do here? I have to go after the Den. It's not beating that. Gotta draw Stoneforge Mystic. They have Blast Zone on 2 for that. Yeah, I'm running out of stuff here. They got a pretty good squeeze on me. Dramatic Ending, Karn, Silex. That doesn't really help because they have Blast Zone on 5. Yeah, they got me pretty covered in every direction here. And the Ramanap Ruins are going to finish me off. Plus the Dismember's still chilling. Yeah, this was a really good game. Cool deck. Old mono red control. Fetch a Godless Shrine in the end step. Okay, they don't have a Blast Zone on 4. They can, going into their turn though. And also just Dismember this thing. Yeah, I'm dead. They figured out the line. Yeah, and once again, hiding their own Blood Moon. All right, GG. I am dead to this. That was a really good game. It came down to that Shattering Spree in game 2 off the top, but I don't think I was ever winning that game 3. They just had me covered. And there it is, a positive record, 3-2, with the cleaned up Orzhov Griefblade scam deck. Felt a lot cleaner this time. We weren't goofing around with Wall of Omens or Liliana. We were just applying pressure to opponents. We were an aggro deck when we needed to be, and a control deck when we needed to be. Classic mid-range. Still not sure of sort of Hearth and Home. And I don't know if we need Undying Evil. I feel like Ephemerate and Malachor Rebirth. Or just turn Evil into 2 rebirths. Those can at least be played as lands if you need them to be. Just the fairer you get, the less important the scamming is. And the more you scam, the less fair you need to be. It's kind of a balance, and I think we're close to it here. We did have mana troubles multiple times in the early parts of the league. Just stuck on white with Dauthi Voidwalker or black with Solitude. Just couldn't quite make the mana work. Which is kind of annoying in a 2-color deck, but fetching a basic land in a deck with heavy mana requirements can leave you high and dry sometimes. I don't know that we need 4 Chalices in the sideboard, but the Chalice did come in strong in the matchup where we brought it in. I love the Batterskull. Sort of Hearth and Home is still kind of sus, though it did do some cool things this league. I would consider Undying Evil, sort of Hearth and Home, and 2 of the Chalice of Voids as the easy flex slots if someone wants to keep working on this deck. You could play Concealed Courtyard or the
the reverse one from the Innistrad block, the fast land or the slow land, depending on when you want your mana to be more reliable, and replace the pathway with actual dual lands. That might help. And that's the less suggestion I have for this. Just figure out a couple more dual lands somewhere, and then that list of maybe cards, but everything else feels like it's in a pretty good spot. Mr. Toots, thank you for sharing this with us. I enjoyed playing it. I love fair decks in Modern. Everyone else, thanks for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, check out Patreon, and all the stuff that supports the channel, and I'll see you next time.